One of the last truly pristine areas in the world can be found along the meandering banks of the Withlacoochee River in central Florida. Tall ancient oaks and cool waters will beckon you to stop for a while. Amid this beautiful setting is a rare development opportunity called Stokes Ferry. It was near this spot in the 1800s that Binky Stokes and his family started a ferry service for the people and the early settlers of this area long before a bridge crossed the river. While secluded and quite private, Stokes Ferry is less than 30 minutes drive from I-75, a major north-south artery near Ocala. Exiting at State Road 40 and heading west, you'll find the Ocala Airport and the Ocala Breeders' Sales Pavilion, which is the major market for thoroughbreds raised at Ocala's 400 breeding and training farms. The Stokes Ferry property consists of more than 400 acres. The plan calls to develop a luxury 18-hole championship golf course, a marina, and home sites. The terrain is varied, with ground ranging from lowlands with big oaks along the river, rolling grounds with pines and oaks in the middle, and large ravines that were mining pits back in the 1800s. There's even a tree-covered river canal that will allow boaters access to the clubhouse area and the golf course areas. World-renowned golf course architect Jim Fazio and Sons are committed to this project.
The piece of ground is really, in its raw state, is absolutely sensational. I just don't have a feel right now of how great it can be until we actually get working. But I know from being in the business 30 years, looking at this piece of property, this is the most excited I've been, on a piece of property. There's just so much to do. We've rerouted this thing 6 different ways already, and it just keeps getting better and better. And we're going to start to finalize our design through being here rather than just on paper in the office. We just can't see everything that's out here. We have to physically walk. So those are the things that are trying to really create a challenge for us to try to work these holes in and around these, down through them, and get the most out of each feature that we can see. And we're trying to develop each hole with certain shots where we have a shot playing down in with a par 4, a par 5, a par 3 shooting down, and just try to capture everything we can in and around that big cliff area. We have water on a few of the holes, and water always creates interest. It presents a challenge, it presents a penal situation, and we try to work with that so that we can make everybody play the hole and either work around the hole, not actually have to go across it. So that's the challenge of some of the holes. We have one hole out here where we're going to have to cross the river, and the green will sit out on an island, but it's not the island type green that you've seen on television or anything like that. It'll be a part of a fairway plus a green that sits out on the island, and it's right on the edge of the river. Then we have our lakes in the fairways and alongside them where we'll create challenges of how much you think you can handle by cutting the dog leg a little bit and going closer to the edge of the water to get the more distance out of it. They're the kind of things we're looking for to create to make a real challenging golf course. But one of the special features is it's in Florida, and we have almost 3 different types of property. I'm from South Florida where it's just dead flat. We have, of course, Jupiter Hills that has 20, 30 feet elevation, but now we have a chance here to look at something that's 70, 80 feet straight downhill. And we have a fairly rolly ground in the middle of the golf course where it feels like a northern type golf course, maybe in the Carolinas or even up in Pennsylvania. And then we have the river holes, which makes you feel like you're back in Florida someplace in the southern part. It just has everything that you would want on a golf course: the flat holes, the rolly holes, and the real dramatic holes. And one of the best parts is we were able to locate the clubhouse at the edge of this cliff, looking one way down into the pit with all the holes, and looking out the back, looking down at the river where we're going to have a marina coming in. It's a very unusual sight when you can, capture all those things in one piece of property. The type of golf course that we're going to create here is going to be something that a golfer will travel from anywhere to come and play and to come and stay here on a golf weekend. It's going to be that dramatic of a golf course. I know that there are places in this area right now that are convention centers that are the most popular in the country, where they do nothing but go to these places for this type of thing. And I think that we're going to have a situation here where, you know, we have riverfront with boats, we have, you know, golf with all the dramatics that you'd ever want to see on a golf course, and areas that you know, you can come in and stay, and, you know, stay for a week, stay for a weekend, hotels and things like that.
Rancher, developer, and general contractor Kay Drake and his son Holland are committed to developing Stokes Ferry to the greatest potential possible, while retaining the environmental beauty of the site. For further information, contact Kay Drake, 904-237-7333, or write Stokes Ferry, 13590 Southwest Road 200, Dunellen, Florida 32630.